Kristen Soper here. Bear with me, I have a little bit of a cold, but I am excited to talk about my favorite philosopher from this course so far, which is Johann Amos Comenius. His ideas most resonated with my own teaching in high school English language arts, and I also feel as though his ideas would be most helpful to improving our society and the world at large. So what I focused on in my paper was his arguments about improving positive relationships in terms of building empathy, and his individualized education to improve self-confidence, and how all of those things together would help us work collaboratively to solve problems creatively. And that is important for our 21st century problems, as well as the problems that he faced during his time during the 30 Years' War and the religious turmoil of his time period. And all of that turmoil is what pushed him to come up with his peace education and his ideas that using education about other people, other religions, other countries, in terms of using critical thinking and engagement with students and authentic learning would help improve peace and have less turmoil, because he thought that ignorance is what caused the prejudice and the fighting. So in terms of education, we can be teaching positive relationships and empathy through social emotional learning. And in terms of literature in my own classroom, that's what I use to teach empathy, and learning about other religions and other countries. And when we learn about them, it helps us to understand them, respect them, and to have empathy for other people in general, and also for these other countries and religions. And that empathy helps us to work collaboratively with them, to come together. And also, Comenius talked about individualizing education for students by seeing them as unique whole children with value. And he talked about how schools should be made for children and children not made for school. Now, schools should be individualizing what we're teaching and how we're teaching it. We need to have a strong basis, a foundation of universal education, he talked about, for all people, whether they be women or small children, through play, or people with disabilities. He wanted universal education about a variety of topics so that everyone could lead intelligent lives and make good decisions, and how that would make a better society, which I think is still valid today as well. And he also discussed how children learn through their senses. I talked about how they learn through play, through experiencing things, and that is definitely true. We see that today with problem or project-based learning, authentic assessment, through engagement in vocational trainings. So when students learn through doing instead of just hearing facts spoken at them, like at Comenius' time, memorization was one of the main teaching tools. Instead of using memorization, if we use engagement through authentic learning, through sensory experiences, then children learn more deeply, they are more engaged, they make better choices in school, and then also in their own lives, they understand things better so they can make better decisions. And this idea of learning through the senses is what pushed Comenius to make some illustrated textbooks. And that idea of using the best resources is something we can use in terms of our technology today as well. Using the best technology to help students experience things more fully will help them to understand it better, to have more fun in school, and then also be more informed citizens. And then finally, all of these ideas I talk about in my paper will help us in the 21st century in terms of fighting terrorism and prejudice, hatred, and bullying, by helping our students to learn more about the diverse world we live in, learn about others, to empathize with them, and to think critically about their own behavior and how they should treat other people, and how we can all collaborate to solve these problems and to make the world a better place. And that is really the focus of my teaching and of the paper that I talked about. So thank you so much for listening. I think that Comenius is a fascinating thinker in terms of coming up with these ideas so long ago that are still relevant today. So let me know what you think in your comparisons with more contemporary thinkers that we will read about. And thank you so much. Have a great day.